visiting my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the data type, date, and time. Um, all right, again, we have our references here, so I'm going to be discussing the basics to get you started, but you have to dig deeper. If you want to dig deeper, please visit the links. All right, so these are just my personal summary, and of course the official documentation for the version 5.7 of MySql. But even if you jump into version 8, uh, it's literally the same. Yeah, if you check it out, same documentation. So there's not really a huge difference between them. So yeah, you can still make use of this version. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Now let's focus on the date and time. So like I said, it's a combination of the year data type, the date, and the time. All right, so the format is this one. You can have, just like the year, 4-digit year, and of course a 2-digit. All right, and then of course the month and the date and the time and the fractional component. All right, so that's the general, I would say, format. And then the date and time declaration in the column. So you can either just put in plain simple date and time, or you can specify the FSP. Uh, Let me correct myself. On the previous video, I said frames per second. Actually, it was a typo. I was confused. My bad. So it's actually fractional seconds precision. When you say precision, it's the amount of digits. All right, and the maximum is 6. Beyond that, as we've tested out in the time data type, it actually rounds it off. All right, so if it's beyond 6 digits, but it will accept more than 6 digits. All right, so what else? If you want a fractional side to be saved, or the fractional part to be saved in your database, you need to explicitly specify the FSP, fractional seconds precision, so that it will be saved in the database. All right, that's it for the fractional component. And for this one, the I will call it the gotcha. We discuss it in the year, so it will accept a 4-year digit format or the 2-year digit format. All right, just be careful, because if you will choose the 2-digit year format, then you'll have an ambiguous problem, because you cannot say what century the year is. So it's going to be a problem. So here are some tips just in case that your use case, whatever it may be, it needs that 2-digit format for the year. So basically all you need to do is this year values in the range of 00 to 69 becomes the year 2000 up to the year 2069. So pretty much if it starts with 0, it thinks that it's the year 2000. And moving forward, like if you choose 10, that will be 2010, okay? And the max is up to 2069. And if you reach 70, it will default to the year 1970 up to the year 99. Now if you specify here 80, then it will give you 1980, okay? Hope that is clear. But then again, be careful. In my own opinion, I would say as a convention, why don't you just use the 4-digit format for the year, and then in your backend, if you really need it, you can actually just do some logic on your back end. All right, but when you save it into the database, it is better if it's really 4 digits. Just saying, okay? All right, now that's it for the uh, date and time. That's all you need to know. So we're gonna do some examples. So first we're gonna create a table. So I already sort of, advancedly made something. So I got a table named test with 3 columns. Call just stands for column, and then I named it date time 1, column date time 2, and column date time 3. So the difference is the first one, you'll get the just whatever is the default. You don't need to specify a standard fractional part. So that's why it doesn't save any fractional seconds when you try to save it in your database. And the second is it has 2-digit, I would say, precision on the fractional part of the seconds. Okay, so if you put more than 2 digits, excuse me, precision, it will actually round it off. So yeah, that's it. And then the last one is the same deal, but just use the maximum range for or precision for the fractional side. And then again, it accepts more than 6. So what MySql does is it will just round it off back to a 6 digit, so it will accommodate it. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this one, and just don't mind that, dashes. Those are just comments. It will still work. Okay, and then we're gonna describe the table. There we go. So again, this 2 matches. You know what? I miss using this thing. So just have fun using it, So as you can see, this one beautifully matches. All right. And this one, of course, the actual command matches as well. All right, so let's do a test sample. So we're gonna insert the same values, but I need you to look look at the results, okay? So if you wanna they're the same. So I need you to focus on this part, okay? So literally they're saved like this, okay? All right. First column, it doesn't save any of the stuff. This one, it's because we specify it to have a no fractional will be saved because we did not specify the FSP. And then this one, it only saves the 2-digit. So that's why it only saves up to this one. And then the rounding off mechanism for MySQL, I believe it's using the bankers rounding off. That's why it reverts back to 2. Remember, it's not truncating, it's actually rounding off to 2 digits, okay? And then for this one, as you can see, it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 7, because it looks at the 6 and then it actually rounds it off to 7, okay? Because 67 is more than 50. That's why it rounds it up to 57. Okay, so that's it. And then, yeah, we're gonna actually test it out. I'm just gonna copy this command and then do a select just to make sure. And test. All right, so same deal. I actually just copied earlier just to have a smooth discussion. All right, I'm gonna clear it out. Now next, we will focus on the 4-digit versus the 2 digits or digit year formatting. So we're gonna delete the table just to clear it out. This command, delete from test, literally obliterates all your records. So be careful when using this one in the real world. Make sure you have your database, backups, and of course, be careful with this one. All right, and I'm just gonna copy the insert. Then again, the only difference for this one is the length of the year. 1970 or 1970, and then just the year 1970 in 2 digits, digit format. Okay, that's the only thing. Okay, I'm gonna insert it to the database. Do a select again, test. All right, so basically it saves the 2-digit to the 4-digit format. Okay, so do check out the previous video about the year, about this one. Okay, just for kicks, we can actually insert a value here instead of 70. Okay, let's try 69. So you might expect that it is actually the year 1969, but it isn't. Okay, I'm just gonna show it here. See? Oh, yeah, it's not the 1969, it's rather the 2069. So it's kind of like confusing. So make sure that you know this right here. So remember that when you're dealing with the year. Okay, so that's it, super simple. And just remember that before you understand date and time, you have to study first how the data type year works, and then how the date data type works, and then the time before you study the date and time, because this one is just a combination of the 3 data types. All right, hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel, and also you can visit my Patreon page. And as always, you have a nice day.